Hello, welcome to What Is, a show where we get to do reviews on film and entertainment from Kenya and beyond. My name is Bosibori. On today's episode, we want to talk about the Oscars 2022 awards that went down last night, and I'm sure by now you know why the Oscars are trending. Yes, we've all watched the Will Smith video where he wakes up, walks majestically to go slap Chris Rock. Yeah, the video is out there in public. Everyone has watched it and everyone has an opinion. But what is my opinion on the video? Let it first be known that we as Uriel Films, we do not condone such behavior. We do not condone violence. But we gotta look at it. Why would he react the way he did? Is it because it affected him personally? Is it because the joke went too far? And before discussing the joke, we've all watched the Golden Globes, the previous Golden Globes awards. We've watched the previous Oscars. They all have something called a monologue before the show begins, before the awarding begins, and most of the time it's hosted by comedians who definitely get to roast the audience, and the jokes are thrown to the audience who are present in the show. And most of the jokes are not something that you'd tell someone outside, when just that a joke that can be said when you're seated there and people just take it as a joke, because some of them are really personal. And this is what happens when you bring a comedian on stage. It's not something new. The roasting has been there. But on this day, immediately Chris Rock was called on stage to give out an award, and he went out and gave Jada Pinkett a shout out. And he said with her haircut, she would fit perfectly in for the role of G.I. Jane. We've all watched the G.I. Joe movie. And it didn't really settle well with her. We can see her in the video rolling her eyes and shaking her head. I'm assuming she said, really, dude, you can joke about this. And immediately the husband stood up and went straight. I even thought he was going to hug him or even laugh it off or even joke about it the way he's known to be a funny guy. But Gafla Binvo, we also the slap landing on Chris Rock. And we're gonna give it to Chris Rock for taking in the slap. And people that love boxing, you'd say that he has a chin for it. He didn't even move. He was in shock and continued with the show. The show had to continue anyway. He didn't. But when Will Smith went back and sat down, he kept throwing insults and telling him to stay away from his family, his wife. And I think the showstopper in this video, the person that is ignored the most, is our very own Lupita. Lupita Nyong'o sat there. If you look at her reactions, we could swear that she was reacting in Swahili. She definitely was, and rolling her eyes. I'm sure she was saying things like, "Where? Have you seen? Where?" She said that very many times. And if you look at her face, that is not an English reaction. That has to be a Swahili reaction. We're gonna give it to her. She sat there calmly and wondering. She only moved her head, her eyes. She moved it towards Chris Rock, towards Will Smith, and she sat there gracefully wondering. It's like she was saying, "May the show continue, please. More of it." We're gonna give it to her. She sat there like the queen that she is and just watched things unfolding. And it is sad to know that Jada Pinkett has a condition, an autoimmune disease that is known as alopecia, that results into hair loss. So her shaving her hair her cutting her hair or being bald is not by choice. It's because she has that condition. And maybe that is the reason why Will Smith reacted the way he did. We do not know, because we can't really say that was the reason why he did, because definitely we were not there in his thoughts at the moment. But maybe that might be the reason. Some are saying that he took the joke too far. he overreacted. And tell us what you think. Maybe, and then that he took after that, and let it be known that he's never won an Oscar. This is his first Oscar he won, and in his role in the film King Richard, the role that he played, and when he gave out his speech, he was seen crying and apologizing to the Academy for his behavior. We just hope that the Academy will not punish him by taking away his award. It had taken him so long for him to win that award. And also, there's something that he said, in the words of Denzel Washington, that indeed at your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you. And if you look at it in this way, this was his highest moment. It is when he's winning an Oscar, and it is when the devil came for him and he had to ruin the moment. Tell me what you think. What I think about his reaction and everyone's reaction. The world has reacted to it. Some are supporting him, some are not. Some are thinking it's cuckoldry, and some are thinking it's a king defending his queen. Just let me know what you think. It's going to be a very memorable night for a very long time. People are going to talk about it. I don't think people will remember that he won the award. People will remember that he slapped Chris Rock on stage. And we're going to give it to Chris Rock. He didn't overreact. I'm imagining if he reacted, and it would have been something different. It would be an exchange of slaps and blows on stage. But he didn't. He stayed still and he continued. For more reviews on entertainment and film, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on our social media handles. Till next time, be safe, and remember, the devil attacks you when you are at your highest.